Beneath a blanket of warm soil, in the quiet belly of the earth, countless tiny seeds rested in silence. Among them was one, a small seed named Lumi, tucked between roots and pebbles, dreaming of nothing. Seasons had come and gone above her, yet down below, all was still. One day, the wind shifted, dark clouds gathered, and the sky began to cry. Rain poured endlessly, soaking the ground until every pocket filled with heavy mud. The resting seeds awoke in confusion. One by one, they began to soften and rot. Even Lumi felt her shell ache and tremble. "I can't breathe," she thought weakly. "If this continues, I'll disappear like the rest." But deep inside that fear, a spark whispered, "You can still choose." Gathering every ounce of strength, Lumi pushed against her own walls. The pressure was unbearable. Pain pulsed through her small body until, crack! The shell split open. For the first time, air touched her skin. What felt like the end was only the beginning. A delicate green sprout reached upward, piercing through the darkness. The rain softened. The wind sang through the valley. The soil that once trapped her now cradled her roots. The rain that once drowned her now quenched her thirst. Every drop, every gust, they had always been helping her grow. Days turned to weeks. Lumi stretched toward the sky, leaves unfolding like tiny hands catching sunlight. She danced with the wind, whispered to passing clouds, and learned the rhythm of rain. She was no longer the seed that once feared the storm. She had become a plant, alive, aware, and grateful. But as the seasons changed, a thought began to bloom in her heart. "I have come far, but is this where my journey ends?" She gazed at the wide sky and felt something calling her, a quiet promise that growth never truly stops. "I was not born to stay still. I was born to become more." So once again, Lumi began to change. Her stems curled inward, forming a tiny bud, sealed and waiting. When spring finally arrived, the bud opened, petals unfolding one by one into a brilliant flower. Its fragrance drifted through the air like a gentle song. Bees and butterflies came fluttering from distant fields, drawn by her light. They carried her pollen far beyond the hills, spreading new life everywhere they went. From her gift, hundreds of new seeds were born, and each of them carried a memory, the courage of one small seed that refused to give up. Where once there was silence, now the land shimmered with color and scent. Lumi had become a part of everything, the wind, the petals, the life that never ends. She realized then, change was never the end. It was the path to eternity. The storms that once buried her had never come to destroy. They came to awaken. When life buries you deep in darkness, remember the seed. It was never buried to die. It was buried to grow. Every challenge, every heartbreak, every storm is shaping you into something stronger, something luminous. So when your shell begins to crack, don't fear the pain. It means you're about to rise, because only those who break open can discover the light inside. Be like that seed. Fall, rise, and bloom again.